Zabit Magomedsharipov, one of the biggest what ifs in UFC history, went 6-0 inside of the UFC, half of them being finishes, with a decision win on Kyle Bochniak, a decision win on Jeremy Stephens, and a very fun decision win on Calvin Kattar. He was supposed to fight against Yair Rodriguez. Sadly, that one got canceled. It was supposed to be the main event for UFC Fight Night, Smith versus Rakic. Everyone was looking forward to it. It would have been amazing. And Tapology actually had Zabit winning that fight. The man that fought Islam Makhachev 10 years ago, almost on the dot, is never going to come back to the UFC. The UFC just offered Zabit, an unranked guy at the moment, who's been gone from the UFC since 2019, November. That is about 3 years and like nine months, something around that range. Almost 4 years gone for Zabit Magomedsharipov, and the UFC offered him an immediate title shot upon his return for Alexander the Great Volkanovski, who has seemingly cleared the UFC's featherweight division at this point. You look at featherweight, he has beaten number 1, he has beaten number 2, beat number 3, number 4 is coming off a loss, number 6 coming off a loss, number 7 coming off a loss, he's beaten number 8, number 9 coming off a loss, and then you got Movsar Evloev and Ilya Topuria there as the only two guys. Movsar still needs a win or two. And Ilya, yeah, that fight's probably going to happen this year or at the beginning of next. But after that, what else is there for Volkanovski? Yeah, you got the Aljamain Sterling coming up to the featherweight division. But then what after that? What do they do? If Volkanovski beats Aljamain, if he beats Ilya, and then maybe Movsar loses his next fight and doesn't get to challenge Volkanovski for the belt, then there is quite literally nobody for Volkanovski to fight. So the UFC was like, let's throw a little curveball here. Zabit's 32. Let's just give him an immediate title fight versus Volkanovski. Even if Zabit loses, that's a what if crazy good matchup to make. And it gives Volkanovski busy. It gets him another strange task and challenge in the UFC featherweight division. I like where the UFC was going with this, to keep Volkanovski busy and giving him some new contenders, because I believe after Ilya, I think Movsar loses to a few of the guys in the top 5 and in the top 10. I think Volkanovski would have cleared it, and then Zabit would have made it a whole lot easier for the more and more of the up-and-coming guys in the featherweight division to go on their win streak and put themselves in title contention to fight Volkanovski. Maybe Arnold Allen goes on a few fight win streak, and then they can schedule that one. Maybe Giga goes on a win streak. Movsar goes on that win streak. The Zabit Magomedsharipov fight would literally just give time for Volkanovski to fight Zabit while other guys build themselves back up to where it would be a worthy adversary type of thing for Alexander Volkanovski. But it's still crazy. It is still crazy that the UFC offered a guy that's been gone for 4 years a title fight in the UFC's featherweight division, and it was rejected. I don't know too many times where a UFC title shot was rejected by somebody, but this was one of them. What do y'all think about Zabit Magomedsharipov rejecting the Volkanovski title fight? Prediction-wise, I am going to go Alexander Volkanovski round number 2 or round number 3 TKO, but it'd be a very fun fight. It'd be a very fun one. What are your thoughts? Comments down below.